Sanwo-Olu enjoins core members to embrace good values. Niger State government lifts ban on mining activities. On the foreign scene, at least 129 people died during jailbreak in Democratic Republic of Congo. And in sport, Nigeria's power table tennis player Isao Ogunkunle defeats Turkish Ozturk in Class 4 men's singles in Paris Paralympic Games. Now the details are Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has enjoined the core members deployed to the state to embrace good values to be able to contribute their quota to nation building. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by the Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, Mobolaji Ogunlende, stated this at the official opening and swearing-in ceremony of the 2024 Batch B Stream 2 orientation course held recently at the NYC Temporary Orientation Camp in Okmaja, Lagos State. He charged them to embrace diligence, patriotism, and courtesy during the period of their orientation. The governor also implored the core members to make the most of the orientation exercise by networking, making new friends, building relationships, accessing mentorship and entrepreneurship under the Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development SAED initiative. In her remarks, NYSC Lagos State Coordinator Badering Wayetunde advised the core members to abide by the laid-down rules and regulation while in the orientation camp. Meanwhile, the duo of Austin Obina and Esther Mariachi Ogwago, members of the previous batch, who positively impacted people through their projects in Ikorodu and Ekwe, received the State Award for Excellence and were also gifted the Naira each. All is now set for the 2024 edition of the National Women's Conference in Lagos State, organized by the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, CALSO. Speaking at a pre-event news conference at the Lagos House, Ikeja, wife of Lagos State Governor and chairperson of CALSO, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, stated that the 24th edition of the National Women's Conference will hold next week. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu, who hinted that governors of Akwa Ibom, Osun and Nasarawa states will grace the two-day event, expressed the hope that the conference will positively impact, empower and encourage women to soar beyond boundaries and enrich communities while bringing out the best in them.
It is pertinent to note that the annual conference has been consistent, inspiring and improved upon over the years, earned a remarkable reputation and assumed the status of a purpose-driven conference through which lives of thousands of women are positively impacted. The objective of the conference has not changed. NWC is to frontally address various challenges facing women, empowering and supporting them in becoming independent and realizing their full potentials.
Mrs. Sanwo-Olu noted that the conference, which will be streamed live with 3,000 physical participants and 1,500 virtual participants, will, with various activities and topics for discussion on communicable diseases, challenging gender stereotypes, among others. Chairperson, Council's Planning Committee for 2024 National Women's Conference, Olufunke Adeyeye, said the briefing was aimed at raising awareness about the annual program to explore how participants can identify collective efforts to drive a positive change, break barriers for Nigeria to thrive. In her vote of thanks, wife of the Deputy Governor and Vice Chairman Council, Oluremi Hamzat, who expressed gratitude to God and stakeholders, assured that the National Women's Conference promises to be a very robust experience, knowledge-inspiring as well as impactful. This year's National Women's Conference is with the theme, Soar Beyond Boundaries, Enrich Communities. Badagry residents have received various rewards like food items, cash, free transport vouchers, health insurance admission, and more from the Lagos State government's new circular economy initiative aimed at boosting sustainable development practices in the state. According to the special advisor on climate change and circular economy, Titilayo Oshodi, Eco-Circulate is a waste valorization, data aggregation, and circular education program used to enlighten and teach the community about the value around waste recycling, reusing, and reducing. Oshodi said every community needs to understand that effective and responsible management of waste will affect their health and productivity, financial capability, and improve their overall quality of life. The special advisor said her office partnered with other government agencies like Lagos Wealth Management Authority, LOMA, Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, Lagos State Residence Registration, LASDRA, Ibile Oil and Gas Corporation, IOGC, and other private entities who are already into the waste to wealth business to ensure that the aggregate measures of reward meet the waste collected at the designated centers. In his remark, the Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy Affairs and Rural Development, Bolaji Roberts, urged residents to take full advantage of the initiative. Eco-Circulate is a one-day sensitization campaign to enlighten communities on the values waste can offer for their needs, activate and engage communities, especially businesses, on the nano and micro level as key beneficiaries in the state drive towards a circular economy. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, has refuted claims made by some higher national diploma HND graduates that it is responsible for their inability to participate in the National Youth Service Corps scheme. JAM spokesperson Fabian Benjamin cited Section 5, Subsection 2 of its establishing law, which explicitly states that JAM is not responsible for examinations or selection processes for postgraduate courses or other tertiary institution programs. Benjamin explained that some students were admitted to national diploma programs without its knowledge, and it only condoned and endorsed those admissions. Now to the rest of the stories. The Niger State government has lifted the ban on mining activities in the state. Deputy Governor Yakubu Garba made this known while inaugurating a task force to tackle illegal mining across the state. Garba outlined the conditions of the mining companies to operate in the state while also directing that the companies must approach the State Ministry of Mineral Resources for profiling to curb insecurity and reduce revenue losses. He said the profiling process will enable the state government to keep track of mining activities, ensure compliance with regulations, and prevent illegal mining. It will be recalled that mining activities were earlier banned about 1 year ago following the increasing cases of banditry and terrorism in the state, which led to scores of deaths and abductions, including the killing of security operatives. The federal government has predicted heavy rains in 22 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The two predictions were issued separately by the National Flood Early Warning System Center of the Federal Ministry of Environment. According to the ministry, due to the rise in the water level of River Niger, communities downstream of Jeba are advised to evacuate, urging relevant stakeholders to take note. Also, the National Emergency Management Agency said the fatalities caused by severe flooding in Nigeria rose to 192 across 29 states due to unprecedented rainfall and the rising Niger and Benue rivers. Now to foreign news. Authorities in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, says at least 129 people were killed while trying to escape from the central Makala prison in the capital Kinshasa. DRC Interior Minister Shabani Luko said prisoners attempted to break out amid a fire that hit the administrative buildings, including the infirmary. Luko said 59 people were injured and the provisional death toll includes 24 people by gunfire after warning. Makala prison is the largest in the DRC and was built to hold 1,500 prisoners. In our sports, Nigeria table tennis player Isao Ogunkole has stunned one of the favorites, Abdullah Uzak of Turkey, in Class 4 of the men's singles para table tennis of the Paris Paralympic Games. Ogunkole came from a set down to win his round of 16 match against Uzak. He defeated his opponent by 3-1, securing a remarkable victory over the world number 3 ranked player. Ogunkole, alongside Kayode Alabi, became the second Nigerian player to qualify for the quarterfinals of the para-table tennis event at the ongoing Paralympics in Paris. Meanwhile, Eniola Bolaji won Team Nigeria's first medal in para-badminton at this year's Games. Her bronze medal feat means she made history as the first Nigerian and African to win a medal in the event. And that is our news at 10. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, LOMA launched the Lagos State Blue Box Recycling Initiative? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has enjoined the core members deployed to the state to embrace good values to be able to contribute their quota to nation building. The Niger State government has lifted the ban on mining activities in the state. We also told you that authorities in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, has recorded at least 129 people killed while trying to escape from the central Makala prison in the capital, Kinshasa. And in sports, Nigerian table tennis player Isao Ogunkole has stunned one of the favorites, Abdullah Uzak of Turkey, in Class 4 of the men's singles para table tennis of the Paris Paralympic Games. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is news broadcast compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.